Hello, Pisces, and welcome to your reading. All right, so the only intro that I've been giving to all of these is if you were drawn to this reading, then there's a message here for you. So try to be patient because the messages do change as we go. So I am trying to get out more cards before I start kind of trying to dive in so that I'm not on the wrong path, and not necessarily the wrong path, because I feel like if it's something, that I'm saying, hey, this is this, and then it changes to a different reading, then it's helped more than, one question or one problem that is, the reason why someone was drawn here. So, all right, let's get your oracle card out, and then we're going to pull your tarot. For Pisces. I'm going to not take those because that was just a fumble on my part. Boundaries and forgiveness. I've only really been taking one lately, but that's what came out. So I'm going to put boundaries over here, forgiveness over here. And we'll get started on your reading. It's interesting that both of those came out together at the same time. In Scorpio's reading, they got boundaries. Every sign has been getting one card. However, these coming out together, it's almost making me feel like you can have boundaries and forgive at the same time. Like, it's almost like we need to squish these cards together, combine the meaning, in a sense. Maybe forgive yourself for not putting up boundaries sooner. I mean, we definitely have to get into the reading, but it's almost like, okay, lesson learned. I need to forgive the bullshit that you did, but I'm going to put up some boundaries now. The card that was sticking out here was the Seven of Wands. So that's kind of like the stance where you're holding the wand and you're very defensive. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse, which, if you're going to have, a bad card come out, in reverse is good. So let's keep going. This card, I mean, this is kind of about forgiveness right here, with that being in reverse. Wow. And then with that, all right, so I guess we're on the right track of the energies and the cards that need to come out. Queen of Wands and the Empress. Wow. All right, so someone is definitely learning and putting themselves on a pedestal, or doing that self-care where they're protecting themselves. I'm going to try not to get too deep into it. Let's get the past. I want to get more cards out. Same spot that Aquarius got this in. The World card was right here for the past. So a cycle has completed. Current situation, feeling out in the cold. Ooh. And the I can't card. Two fives. Let's get the future. Ooh. All right, that's a good one. Ooh, with the Ten of Pentacles underneath. So manifesting that you're going to have all the resources you need to build your legacy. All right, so let's get the advice. Ooh, Hermit. So it is Virgo season. Virgo is coming out when it needs to. The Hermit's coming out when it needs to. This is a card of Virgo. Oh my goodness. And then the Happily Ever After card is under the deck. So we take, ooh, and then a Six of Cups under that. This is like a balanced heart chakra. Very, very beautiful. Okay. So give me a moment. I'm going to take in the reading. So a long cycle has ended. This is like a card of graduation. We've got the laurel wreath there. We've learned what we needed to learn. A cycle has completed. We don't have to keep repeating that cycle. So that's good. We are forgiving. We're no longer feeling sorry for ourselves. We are putting ourselves on a pedestal. However, we do feel alone, a little bit out in the cold, like we're by ourselves. The future does show that we will have all the resources to build this fantastic, whether we're trying to buy a house, whether we're trying to build a family, the Ten of Pentacles was under the deck when we got this. So that is the ultimate. It is basically like the Ten of Cups, but with money as well. It's you're going to have all the resources that you need here in the future, and your advice is to do that soul searching, going within and finding what our power is in the situation. I feel like the power in the situation you're already kind of doing. You're putting yourself on a pedestal. You're forgiving, because when we're not forgiving, we are the victim. So this card this way is crying over spilled milk, putting ourselves in the victim mentality, not letting go of the past. So we're not forgiving. This in reverse is wonderful. That's how we are going to graduate onto having all the resources. Even if we're feeling alone or lack or broke, broke and alone is kind of the current feeling. However, you are, maybe the power in the situation that we need to find when we go within is just to create those boundaries, so we're not giving. If your cup isn't overflowing, you don't have anything to give. If you give what you have in your cup, but your cup isn't overflowing, then you have lack. You have nothing left for yourself. Like the airplane scenario where you have to put your oxygen mask on first before you put on your child's, that kind of thing. Like, you don't want to pass out before you help, it's so whatever it is that you need to go within and find the power in the situation, what your power is. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this reading. However, this is kind of, I think, my favorite one, and I'm more than halfway through the zodiacs, so oh my goodness. The Ten of Cups is under the deck here. These are all pre-shuffled cards. It says perfected. What is that? That's weird that has an ED after it. Perfected success. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to pull one card for each column to find out if there's any other messages, anything deeper that we need to know. And this is for Pisces. Pisces. Let's go ahead and clarify the first column. Wow. Queen of Pentacles. I don't want to flip it over because hopefully I grabbed that right. So we have the Two of Swords, and as you see, it says peace. So when we're in the energy of the Two of Swords, the reason she's blindfolded, she doesn't want to see the decision that needs to be made. She's refusing to make a choice, and that's what the two swords are talking about here. Now the Queen of Pentacles, this is an earth energy. Queen of Pentacles is kind of known as the, that working parent. So she's gonna really help others and do for the well-being, the greater good of all of that. Oh, okay, so this means that we're making a decision. So if we're refusing to make the decision upright, so I think you can see what needs to be done. Maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you are a parent. Maybe that's why you're feeling like you're doing it all on your own. And that could have been the cycle that just completed. As far as you've made that decision. I want to see what's under the deck. Ooh, Five of Swords. So, yeah, there was conflict, a fight. It could be I almost want to say like a tongue lashing, like there was words that somebody cannot take back. They said what they said, and it was, that was, maybe you're ghosting that person. There was obviously a conflict or something where this is basically representing like a fight, conflict. Maybe, so this out in the cold card, the Five of Pentacles. Fives are not that great. Fives, as you can see, 5 and 5, and 5. However, this one in reverse is pretty good. So, fives are an imbalance, so we're always hoping for that 6 to come out. This is a card of ghosting. So you could have ghosted somebody that you got into an argument with. You made the decision and you're grounded in that decision. and you've made the choice to kind of end that friendship or relationship, whatever that is. Putting, maybe forgiving the person. Or maybe that's what you're here to learn, as far as you're making the boundaries. For some of you, it could be you've forgiven, but you need to give boundaries. And for others, it's you've made the boundary by cutting them off and ghosting them. But just because you forgive them doesn't mean you have to bring them back into your life or anything like that. The forgiveness is more for yourself. Let's go ahead and clarify the middle column. Which that's showing forgiveness right there in the heart of the reading. Moving on. What is that? Knight of Pentacles. I want to keep going till I get one out, but I think I've seen that twice now, the Knight of Pentacles. So that's another grounded energy. So that Knight is going to bring that movement in. But he is the slowest moving Knight. And he's the slowest moving Knight for a reason. Because he is not impulsive. He is not reckless like some of the other Knights can be. He's very slow, logical, responsible. So maybe, let's see what this is. Ooh, victory. Okay, so here is the laurel wreath again, just like this. So this is like a big completion or success or victory, and this is like the small version of that. Six of Wands. This is success, victory. It can be public recognition. I love this because the Magician here has the wand up. So you're going to have all the resources to have success or victory in whatever this is you're doing. And a lot of times it can be public. So maybe you're getting the job or the raise. It doesn't have to be, but it definitely means success and victory. So, and we've turned, we went from these fives to a six. One of the, Queen of Swords is under the deck. All right. So the Queen of Swords is, as you can see, she's holding a head. She will cut out what is no longer serving her. She's more of instead of being like the Queen of Cups, she is very intuitive and nurturing and, loving and in her emotions. And this Queen is more, I guess you'd say badass, in the sense of she's not going to take anybody's shit. So, and then we have the Queen of Wands here. We're in this energy of putting ourselves first, or like putting on the mask first, whatever that is, to where we are protecting ourselves and our future. Let me get this third column. Okay. there's that Five of Pentacles out in the cold card again. So we have the Queen of Wands under the deck. So the Queen of Wands again. And that's confirming, you know, over here where we're going within to find the power in the situation. So here we have this I can't card, this mental, it's the Eight of Swords. So it's like a self-imprisonment card where we're over analyzing, analysis paralysis, some people call it. I call it the I can't card, because it's like you're feeling like I can't do this no matter what, you know, basically if I go this way I'm going to fail, or this is going to happen, or if I go this way then this is, you know, and there is no right move. But it definitely is over analyzing, overthinking, because the swords, the suit of swords governs the air element, which is our thoughts. And then this is the material world. So it says material trouble. So it's almost like you're feeling like you can't get yourself out of this lack or loss, or, you know, the struggle of whatever it is, feeling alone or feeling the lack. However, as you can see in both cards, they're out in the cold, but they're walking right in front of a warm church with the lights on. There are people there in this building. They don't have to be alone, and they don't have to be out in the cold. And this card is always, you know, she's really not in a prison. She can just kind of like, she's loosely tied up. It's something we've done to ourselves. We can get ourselves out of it. So both cards are telling us that we can get ourselves out of the situation that we're feeling by going within, and finding out what our power is in the situation. And for all of you, it's going to be something different. I want to see, you know, with the Queen of Wands under there and then the Queen of Wands here, I feel like the Queen of Wands is kind of a key to it, to the answer, which is she is confident, she is independent, she can even have that fake it or make it kind of, or fake it till you make it kind of attitude, you know, but you wouldn't even know it. She just comes in with such a presence of, here I am, don't mess with me. But, ooh, wow. And then we have the King of Cups under that. So this is your, you know, element right here where we've got that water. So this, you know, there might be a fire energy out there, or a fire sign person that is involved in this situation as well for some of you. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. However, I always like to feel like the reading is about you and you alone. I mean, yes, it's going to be about your situation, so then that entails another person. But I feel like the energy of the Queen of Wands is more important than the person representing another person, is what I'm trying to say. The King of Cups being directly under that, his energy is he is the master of his emotions, but he does not let them rule him. So I feel like that could be where forgiveness is, you know, a big thing in this, where we don't want to be letting anybody have power over us. as far as, you know, we're forgiving them, not for them, but for ourselves. Oh, I don't want to end this one. I feel like we're already at 25 minutes. I want to like get more answers for you. So under the deck of the original reading, we have the 10 of Cups. This is, you know, the happily ever after, you know, riding off into the sunset card. And your future card is the Magician, meaning you're going to have all the resources you need to get there. And holy crap, you're already forgiving. You're putting yourself on a pedestal. And then the future card was clarified with the victory, with the 6. Sixes are wonderful, 6 of Wands. So right now it doesn't feel that great. And then the advice isn't always the easiest, of where it relies on solely of ourself. You know, we have to go within and do the work. I feel like you've already done a lot of the heavy work, though. I think you've already made the decision. You've already taken some steps. You're already forgiven someone. You're already putting yourself on a pedestal. So I feel like that's why you're already going to jump right into having the resources for your happily ever after. So, and then, I mean, congratulations, kudos to you for being the bigger person, it seems like, in this situation. I hope this reading has helped you, and I will see you guys in my next one.